I'm Colonel Harish. I am the Secretary General of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce. So we'll be inviting our President for his annual presidential address. Before that, I would just give a brief about him. Shri Vineet Verma, the President of Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce, is the Director, Brigade Hospitality Services Ltd. And he has led the Brigade Hospitality to secure the first rank among the top mid-size great workplaces in India for 2021, reflecting his focus on excellence and people management. He serves on the board of World Trade Center and Project Private Limited, managing World Trade Centers across Bangalore, Kochi, and Chennai, and is actively involved in the CII's National Task Force for Tourism and Karnataka Tourism Society. He has extensive leadership experience in prestigious institutions like Royal Kolkata Turf Club and holds key global advisory roles with the World Trade Centers Association, New York. Now I welcome our President, Shri Vineet Verma.
Yellarigu namaskara. Good evening. I'm sure my chairman is happy when he heard me say that. So, I've got a speech prepared running into almost 8, 9, 10 sheets. So I won't speak from here. I'll speak from my heart. So this one full year that has gone behind and has been a very, very exciting year, not only for me personally, but I'm sure for BCIC as well. I sort of kept everybody on their toes in the Secretariat Department, and I'm sure they happily executed whatever initiatives we took on. But very broadly speaking, see, when I took over a year back, I did say one thing that I'm going to try and corporatize BCIC, point one. Point two is that I'm going to bring in something very different. It's not that, see, from 1975 onwards, the benchmark for BCIC has been raised every successive year. Every president who has come in has raised it to the next level. So in any case, I had very big shoes to fill when I took over. But when I did, I said, okay, let me try and make a little difference to whatever has been done so far in terms of the good work that has been done. So as a part of those initiatives, we rolled out a number of initiatives this year. The biggest one, and for which I am grateful to our other partner associations, that we set up this Council of Associations for the first time in Karnataka. We felt that each trade body, be it FKCCI, PINIA, CASIA, LCA, BCIC, each one of us speaks differently with a different kind, but on the same subject, but a different set of expectations. Idea was to get together across a table very informally under a council so that we could all speak with one voice. We could all support the government of Karnataka with a single voice, single opinion, instead of confusing them with various opinions. So that was the entire objective, and I think it's been fairly successful. We've already had about half a dozen meetings, and the biggest subject that we wrote about was the minimum wages, and we are so delighted to read in the newspapers as well. Our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister said that it's been put on hold, and that's something fairly remarkable. Because that itself, the minimum wages itself is going to have a significant impact. Not that we do not want our employees to also prosper, get better salaries, but a sudden jump of nearly 70% is going to really close down quite a few industries. They're just unaffordable. So I'm so glad that the government heard us, and they are going to come back to us. And in fact, the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister has also recommended that each one of us together go and meet the different ministries and approach the subject again. And the same thing applies to any subject we talk about. Going forward, the Council of Associations is going to be the umbrella body where we're going to be. And so thank you very much, the people on the table. You've been a great support, and we'll take this forward. The second initiative that we rolled out was something called a Young Leaders Forum. This has been my pet dream for many years. And ever since I've joined BCIC almost 16, 17 years ago, I've been talking about this. But I got the opportunity only now when I took over as president. So we have set up this Young Leaders Forum basically to nurture the next generation. See, because BCIC, we are all very senior people here. Most of us are definitely well over 50s. So idea is to bring in the young generation who can take BCIC to the next level. So the Young Leaders Forum has been set up. It had a bit of a slow start, but I'm so happy to see that events are picking up. the interactions are picking up. So it's more like the YPO that you may have heard, which is in India. So this is a very smaller version of a YPO called YLF for the BCIC. That's the next initiative. Third initiative is that we wanted to also digitize Bangalore Chamber. You know, we don't have an app of our own. Our website was pretty outdated. So that's where we brought in the new innovation, where we are going to, in fact, today, we are going to launch our BCIC app, which is the beta version right now. So we'll need a set of guinea pigs to try it out before we formally roll it out to all of you, formally. So we'll be rolling, and our BCIC website has also been completely refurbished. Other thing that we did this year was, we realized that Bangalore Chamber of Industry and Commerce is a very serious body. The social aspect should be brought in. So we brought in this concept of inviting our spouses at the end of every alternate MC meeting to join us for drinks, dinner, some entertainment, some fun. So I think that group has also been set up, and I see some smiling spouses already here. And they have become friends themselves, and so great thing that has happened there. So that is another area. Then Hall of Fame, we have also introduced this concept called a Hall of Fame award. See, because most of our members, they have achievements in their own professional lives. Idea is for Bangalore Chamber to also acknowledge those achievements of our members, and through the Hall of Fame. So that's another concept that we have introduced this year. It's been taken in very well. And of course, the minor things like birthday cake cutting for all the birthday boys and girls. We call ourselves boys and girls, by the way. I hope you don't mind. So we have our birthday cake celebrations, every management committee. So whoever is celebrating birthdays in that month, we cut cake for them and celebrate and together. In terms of the number of events, we had more than 200 events that we held this year. And I want to thank each and every member, co-chair, chair of the expert committees for driving these. I think, and some of the fantastic events that we have held this year, including the ESG awards, MSEB awards, the Japan initiative is taken on very, very well. And I would like to thank everybody who's been responsible for this. Our relationship with the Councillor Corps has grown exponentially. I think today, almost every Council General in Bangalore knows what BCIC is all about. In fact, the Japanese Council General is working very closely with us. And in fact, he gets a little annoyed if he's missed out on any of the events that we hold. So that's a relationship we have built up over the year. So we get invited to almost every event, and so that's another good thing that has happened. In terms of our reaching out to our corporate members, in terms of knowledge sharing, we have had best practices visits to various places. Our cleanliness drives have been received very, very well. Our representations of the government have been received very well. In fact, there was this committee of parliamentarians who were in Bangalore recently, and our people from Bangalore Chamber representatives headed by Mr. Sekhar, who's here or left. So, and I'm so happy to inform you that the recommendations made by Bangalore Chamber through them have been accepted by the committee in the Income Tax Act 2025. So having said that, so this in a brief is what I mentioned to you, that we have had these things. And then of course, we are talking about industry visits, and we have signed a number of MOUs. One other good thing I wanted to tell you is that ever since we hosted the Global Business Forum last year, which was hosted by the World Trade Center Bangalore, where BCIC was our knowledge partner, we had a fantastic event, and following that, we have signed at least half a dozen MOUs, Bangalore Chamber with the various World Trade Centers globally. We have gone truly global now, Bangalore Chamber. We have signed an MOU. We actually have an office in Japan now. And we are looking at opening more offices. In fact, one of our members, he's here today, he's offered to help us open an office in the Middle East. There you are. So thank you for that offer. So so should I say our mantra for the year should be Dubai Chalo? Yeah? Done. So incoming president, I hope you're listening. So next management committee meeting in Dubai. Then of course, we were also invited by Osaka to represent BCIC there, and Mr. Parasuraman, who's our past president, he represented Bangalore Chamber, and he came back completely breathless, I'm told. How many meetings in 2 days? I think 16 meetings in 2 days. So the only thing he was offered is sushi in exchange. Then, of course, we have continued with our annual day, BCIC Members Annual Day. That's taken off very, very well. It's an annual get-together of all our families and everything. Good fun. I think we'll make that bigger and bigger. Another major thing that happened is the golf tournament. I think this time we had close to 250 participants in the golf tournament, and it's growing. And we have already started, by the way, planning for the 50th year of Bangalore Chamber. There's going to be a 50th year anniversary celebration golf tournament, which we're going to go national. So we'll invite participation from across the country for that particular tournament. So we already started planning for that. Then, of course, in terms of our partnership with the government of Karnataka, firstly, I want to thank Dr. Selvakumar, Mr. Maheshwar Rao, our Honorable Minister, Mr. M.B. Patil. I must say one thing. In some states that we operate, we can't say that everybody is as accessible as the gentlemen here. I think they are always available. I just have to send them a WhatsApp message and immediate response comes, reaction comes, advice comes. I think, sir, we are truly honored to be a part of Karnataka setup. And thank you, and we look forward to you continuing your support. And this was just the beginning. We are going to ask you for a plot of land now. So that's why I got Ravi sitting next to you. So it is all strategy, sir. No, I'm just joking. We'll come back to you separately. The other thing which, of course, we have initiated as a part of our partnership is we have strongly recommended the setting up of a Disneyland in Bangalore, in Karnataka. I think something that, sir, I have spoken to you as well, and I think Madam Gunjan Krishna has already been following up. So we have put them in touch with the Disney World, Disneyland people. Idea is to attract them. See, they have this new township that is called the Queen City that has been announced towards the airport. And they have sufficient land parcel, and for a Disneyland to be set up, they need a minimum of 800 acres. And that's something that we should look at. If that happens, sir, Karnataka will be the top state in India. With that just one thing. I think we should seriously look at that. And of course, the Global Investors Meet, BCIC was very much a partner with them. In fact, as a precursor to the Global Investor Meet, we also had the Indo-Japan Business Summit that we hosted here. We had the Economic Times MSME Conclave as a part of the run-up to the Global Investors Meet. And my congratulations to you, sir, again, both of you, for the successful Global Investors Meet. It was a fantastic show. In fact, soon thereafter, I personally attended the Kerala Investors Meet. So I think you're really successful. So thank you for that. Other thing that we are focusing on is, of course, the skill development. As you know, most of you know that almost 3 years back, we announced the setting up of a Brigade BCIC Skill Development Academy, which is being set up by our Brigade Foundation. First and foremost, I want to thank Mr. Jaishankar for having initiated that thought in the first place. This would not have happened had he not raised it up and said, Vineet, just go ahead and let's set up this and invite Bangalore Chamber as a knowledge partner. So, of course, there's been a little change that BBSGA, what we call as an acronym, has undergone a bit of a change, where because we have set it up as a Section 8 company now, so it's now been renamed as a Brigade Center of Excellence and Skill Foundation. Because the BCIC name is not featuring, because the acronyms, I believe, are not allowed to be registered. So, but that does not mean that BCIC is out. BCIC is very much a part of this as a knowledge partner, and we will continue to grow that. Our campus is ready. In fact, I invite any one of you interested. Our CEO of Brigade Foundation, Mr. Kalsad, is here. So he'll be happy to arrange your visits if you want to go and visit the campus. We are open to even hearing you out if you have any good suggestions. Sir, including Toyota, I mean, we have been in touch. So I think Parsuraman is a dear friend, and he's also an advisor now on our Skill Foundation. So we'll be in touch with you as well. So with this in mind, I just want to conclude by, of course, a round of thanks to everybody that our past presidents who are our mentors, guides, gurus, what you call them, and our finance committee, Mr. Girish Chair. He's been a great support for many years, and he is one of those people I call a no-nonsense man. To the point, that's it. So I really appreciate that, sir. And of course, our steering committee, and our members of the management committee, our various expert committees. And nothing gives you more happiness than when you are passing on the baton to a very worthy successor. And I think we have found that in Prashant, our dear friend. I think he's going to do a brilliant job, I have no doubt. One thing good about Prashant is that he's a man with a zero ego. So he is willing to listen, he listens to suggestions, he seeks advice. So I think that's something that augurs very well for the chamber, because you need somebody who's receptive to ideas, instead of somebody going around with a big ego that I know everything. So he's not that kind of a person. So really wish you all the best, Prashant. And of course, my dear friend Ravi, our incoming Senior Vice President. He has a big responsibility. He is going to be the president in the 50th year of Bangalore Chamber. So today, if you notice, he has come dressed for that occasion already. So brilliant show there. And of course, without the BCIC Secretariat, Colonel Harish, Rupa is, I say, so there is a saying called that, there's nobody's indispensable. You've all heard that. But nothing stops you from being close to that at least. So Rupa is one of them. So she runs BCIC like her own baby, which it is, and we depend entirely on her. And I think Colonel Harish, you will also, I'm sure, pick it up. He's been around for 6 months or so, but I'm sure that he'll pick it up soon and be the face of BCIC. And of course, I'm standing here for the simple reason that Brigade Group allowed me to stand here. So my deepest of gratitudes to my boss, Mr. Jayashankar, chairman, and so he is the one who pushed me into this 3 years ago. And in one of the AGMs, he was standing next to Shekhar, my friend, and Shekhar immediately proposed, and he said, go, I want you to now. You have been an expert committee chairman for 10, 12 years, that's enough. Now you go for the presidentship. So thank you, sir. Thank you for that. I think you have greatly encouraged. And of course, last but not the least, just like the film awards, you need to thank some of your own family as well. So thank you, my family. My son, Siddharth, and my wife, Rajni, are here today. And thank you for your support. Thank you for being there. And thank you for, I think in the last 1 year or so, not that I wasn't doing it earlier, in the last 1 year or so, they got so used to me being either away or on a mobile phone. So they tolerate that with a lot of patience, so thank you for that. So with this, I'll conclude, and thank you once again. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Thank you very much, sir. It's an honor for us to work with leaders day in, day out at the Secretariat, and we are really privileged to work with all of you. Thank you very much, sir.